and Peace Report, I'm Amy Goodman. A federal appeals court has ruled President Bush can order the indefinite jailing of civilians imprisoned in the United States. The 5-4 decision effectively reverses last year's ruling that the administration cannot label U.S. residents enemy combatants and jail them indefinitely without charge. The ruling came in the case of the only person still held as an enemy combatant on U.S. soil. Ali Almari was arrested 6 years ago at his home in Peoria, Illinois, where he lived with his wife and 5 children. He was initially charged with credit card fraud and lying to federal agents. But in June 2003, President Bush declared him an enemy combatant and ordered him into military custody. He spent the last 4 years in solitary confinement at a Navy brig in Charleston, South Carolina. Almari attorney Jonathan Hayfitz said, quote, "This decision means the president can pick up any person in the country, citizen or legal resident, and lock him up for years without the most basic safeguard in the Constitution, the right to a criminal trial."
In Romans chapter 9, it says very clearly that the vessels of wrath are being fitted for destruction, and God will glorify his power and his wrath through you. You will glorify God actively or passively. And speaking of statistics that we talked about just a second ago, statistically, 100% of all people who do not bring forth good works, 100% of all people who die without Christ, they are in hell now. Second thing, the severity. I have literally trembled as I have studied this topic. What causes my soul to shake within me is the eternality, the foreverness of hell. But when you think about the severity of hell, you begin to realize it is no slap on the wrist. Hell is fearsome. It is dreadful. We read our Bibles and we can pass over those texts so freely, so easily, weeping, gnashing of teeth.
Because more than heaven, Christ spoke of hell. More than love, Christ spoke of eternal destruction. More than the church to come, Jesus warned of God's wrath and judgment and hell to come. In the time it takes me to finish this sentence, 30 human beings awoke in eternity because they died on earth. It took me 10 seconds to say that. And in that time, since I said it till just now, 30 individuals have awakened. And I would presume a great majority of them finding themselves suspended in black and feeling that blast of hell. Every hour, 6,464 people die, 155,131 per day, 56 million a year, and 108 since I started this sentence a minute ago. I believe that we must pause and reflect on the destination of all those travelers from earth, because Jesus did. And I'm going to show you 42 times just in Matthew. 42 times in 28 chapters.
And remember this concerning the damned. Every sin receives its own torture in hell. Not only mortal sins, but venial sins. Every single one. And that it is wise even for the damned to stop sinning, because of the fact that each new sin they add adds an infinite hell to their own torture and their own punishment. So that the man who has committed 100,000 sins against purity, for instance, and the man that is considered 100,001, the one that has committed 100,001 will suffer infinitely more than the one who committed 100,000. Each individual sin receives its own infinite punishment, and everyone is counted. That is why the devil teaches foolishness to the damned, to the souls that live in the state of mortal sin. Oh, you're going to go to hell, so it doesn't matter. Commit another sin and another sin and another sin. Well, we discover when entering into hell that it does matter. Even amongst the damned. Every
The most graphic description of hell was given by Our Lady of Fatima to 3 shepherd children in the year 1917 in Portugal. The following is what the children saw.